Okay, let's dive into this. When you hear the word yoga, you probably immediately picture some ancient, mystical tradition. And, well, it certainly is that. But today we're going to look at it through a completely different lens. We're going to see it as a highly practical, totally accessible toolkit for the exact modern ailments you and I deal with every single day. We're unpacking the yogaasana guide from the Maraji Desai National Institute of Yoga, and we're looking right past the hype to discover exactly how these postures act as a functional, everyday science for your mind and body.
Here is our roadmap for the explainer today. We're going to briefly cover the ancient origins of yoga, its totally backed by science role as medicine, and then we're organizing our postures into relatable, therapeutic categories. We'll hit poses for the core and gut, moves for strengthening the spine, and finally, the essential art of relaxation.
Section 1. The Origins of Yoga. To really understand how to use these physical practices, we first have to ground ourselves in where they actually came from. This system originated in India thousands of years ago, and the literal translation of the Sanskrit word yoga actually means to yoke. Fundamentally, it's defined as a method of uniting the individual spirit with the universal spirit. It's all about connection before we even get to the physical movements. But here is a fantastic reality check from the great ancient seer Patanjali. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. What does that mean? It means a posture should be stable, comfortable, and effortless. Let's really emphasize those last two words, comfortable and effortless. That absolutely shatters the modern myth that yoga has to be this intensely difficult, painful ordeal where you tie yourself in knots. At its absolute core, it's about finding stability and ease.
Section 2, Yoga is Medicine. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we transition from ancient philosophy to modern clinical reality. Because what's absolutely fascinating is how modern science is completely backing up what those ancient sages developed thousands of years ago. Just look at this list. Clinical studies actually show yoga's therapeutic potential in managing some serious everyday physical and psychosomatic disorders. We're talking depression, hypertension, sciatica, chronic constipation, arthritis, and even coronary artery disease. These aren't just fancy stretches, right? They're proven tools that restore vitality to our actual organs.
Section 3. Poses for core and gut. Let's shift our focus to our first anatomical grouping, heavily targeting the abdominal region and our digestion. First up is Padmasana. Padma literally translates to lotus. Now, while this seated shape is famous for inducing this incredible mental calmness, it's actually doing some very serious physical work under the surface. It acts as a direct counter to our modern sedentary lifestyles by relieving constipation and really improving your whole digestive process. Let's move to and see how this builds with Pavan Muktasana, literally known as the wind release pose. The technique is surprisingly actionable. You literally just lie on your back with your legs extended. Then, inhale and fold both legs up from the knees. Draw those knees tight up against your chest and clasp them with your arms. Finally, you lift your neck to place your chin right on your knees. And exactly as the name subtly hints, doing this helps expel trapped digestive gases, leaving you feeling way lighter. But listen, we need to pause right here for a highly critical safety warning. If you happen to suffer from cervical spondylitis, you absolutely must not lift your head off the ground while practicing this pose. Remember, yoga is medicine, and just like any powerful prescription, you have to respect the contraindications for your specific body. Moving right along, we have Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana translates to the cobra. Imagine a hooded snake lifting up. By lying flat on your abdomen and peeling your chest upward, you are actually using your own body weight to physically massage your abdominal organs. It's an incredible remedy for relieving indigestion while simultaneously expanding your chest and giving your lungs so much more room to breathe.
Section 4, Strengthening the Spine. If gut health is one massive concern for us modern office workers, maintaining a resilient, flexible, pain-free back is absolutely the other. And this brilliantly illustrates how we can target stiffness from totally different foundational angles. On one hand, you have Matsyasana, the fish posture, where you arch the spine deep from the ground up while seated. On the other, you have Ardha Chakrasana, the half wheel, where you're bending backwards while standing. Both are phenomenal for spinal health. Then we have Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Trikona simply means 3 angles. You stand wide, bend to touch one foot, and extend the opposite arm straight to the sky. Your body literally forms a triangle. The magic here is the intense, targeted stretch it delivers right into the trunk and the legs. It's frankly one of the most effective ways to relieve the kind of creeping backache you get from being glued to a desk chair all day. Next is halasana, or the Indian plow. Hala means plow. You lie back and bring your toes completely over your head until they touch the ground behind you. This deeply inverted shape powerfully nourishes the nerves of your entire spinal column. And, as a really fascinating bonus, the specific compression created in your neck area is highly effective at curing thyroid problems.
So the crucial point is this: inverted poses are powerful, and you have to respect them. Do not practice the plow if you suffer from ischemia, high blood pressure, cervical spondylosis, or diarrhea. The vascular pressure is just way too intense. And the text makes this absolutely crystal clear. No sudden jerks. It has to be completely smooth and controlled.
Section 5, the art of relaxation.
So we've actively compressed the gut, we've stretched the spine to its limits, and now we have to let the body integrate all that work. Enter Shavasana. Shava literally translates to dead body. Now sure, lying completely supine on the floor might look like you're just taking a nap, but it's actually an intense conscious release of tension. Done correctly, it relieves deep physical and mental fatigue, benefiting everything from neurosis to high blood pressure.
So what does this all mean for us? It means yogasana isn't just history. It's a remarkably practical, highly functional toolkit to combat our modern physical ailments. So I'll leave you with this. Which of these functional postures are you actually going to practice today to stabilize your own mind and body? Pick just one and see the difference it makes. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.